On this week's episode of Bungalower and the Bus, we talk about a new fancy Dollar General going in downtown Orlando.
And we're at Deadly Sins talking about the new Pulse Memorial Museum designs.
Welcome to Bungalower and the Bus. I am the Bus, John Busdecker.
And I'm Brendan O'Connor from Bungalower.com, your source for hyper-local booze.
Oh, I like it. Hyper-local booze.
Thanks, I just threw that in there now.
Yeah, because we are at a brewery tonight.
Yeah, we're at Deadly Sins in Winter Park. And I've been here a couple times before. I think the last time I was here was for a Brunch Bros party.
This is the first time I was here. I am here. Yeah.
I love it.
I don't live too far from here either.
It's that little warehouse district that's right behind Four Rivers.
Yeah, it's off of Fairbanks in Minnesota. It's kind of like Winter Park, Orlando. They all kind of meet right over here.
Right, a little unincorporated Orange County.
Yeah. But it's a really cool spot. It really is a working brewery here, but they also have food, and we got to eat some of it tonight.
Well, that's why they invited us tonight. They just added a new chef with a history in like catering and things. Like, she knows what she's doing. And man, this food was good. What did we have? We had
oh my gosh, we had pretzels with beer cheese and mustard.
Of course.
Well, the thing is, like, you get those at a lot of places, but I think they actually made them here, and they're just way better. They're way better.
Everything tastes like it was made from scratch. They're giant cookies the size of your face.
We had a charcuterie board with Dominican meats.
A pumpkin bread pudding with, like, decadent ice cream on top.
We had a pork thing that I don't even know what it's called, but it was delicious.
Rillette.
Rillette.
Yeah, pork rillette.
Yeah.
There's two L's in there.
It's like a pate.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
And then an Indian Butter Chicken Flatbread that was, like, to die for.
That was really good, too. Everything was great.
Anyway, here on Bungalower in the Bus, we talk about all the top headlines in Orlando's downtown bungalow neighborhoods, like Winter Park
and College Park and
Audubon Park,
Thornton Park,
Paramore,
Holden Heights sometimes.
Yeah, all those places. If you ever miss an episode, check us out in your favorite podcast spaces. That's it.
Yeah, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter and all those things. Also, we host a bingo night on Mondays at Wally's, all free. We give away some pretty awesome prizes.
Like these upcoming ones, we have tickets to Vampire's Ball.
Yep.
That's the Orlando Ballet at Dr. Phillips. Immerse, which is that super cool weekend-long pop-up art event downtown.
Which is coming up next week.
It's the 18th and
19th. Yeah, we got some special tickets.
VIP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know me. Headshot by Jim Hobart from Macbeth Photography, who's been on the show before.
That's a $100 value right there.
Oh, yeah. But, like, timeless because you're going to use it all the time. I used a couple of his.
I do, too.
Yeah. Passes to the Pinball Lounge. Good one, John. Day passes to Fun Spot.
Oh, yeah.
And then a pack of 5 local cookbooks from Story Farm. They're located at East End Market.
Yeah, we got all kinds of really cool stuff. Oh, also a
Real
wine
radio
class
magnets.
At Digress. They're going to hook it up, too.
So all good. Come on out, 7 o'clock, Monday nights at Wally's Mills Avenue Liquor.
Free.
In Mill City. Totally free.
It's like a live version of this show.
Yeah, we're there like 2 hours maximum.
Yes.
Yes. It's an easy way to start your night.
Yeah, or end it. Depending on what you want to do that night.
Most of our people are ending it, you know.
we got some old timers there.
Oh, yeah.
Young folks, too.
You all right? You look a little nappy. You look like you're ready for a little
good.
nap.
I'm good.
All right.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You all right?
Yeah. I just cheated on my diet a little bit.
Well, don't say it on the radio, Brendan.
Well, I have to tell my life coach, wellness coach anyway.
She don't know.
She'll find it in the app that I strayed.
She won't know if you don't tell her.
We have a very honest relationship right now,
You think she tells you everything she does?
She doesn't need to.
So then why do you got to tell her?
Because I paid her a lot of money.
Okay, all right. Deal.
To do that. News items.
Oh, yeah, we talk about the news on this show.
We do, not just ourselves. The city, like 5 minutes in, City Council just approved the purchase of the Plaza Live in Milk District.
I saw this.
What do you think about it? What's your gut say?
That the city purchased it?
Yeah. I think it's so weird, John.
You think it's weird that they purchased it or that Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, doesn't
It was
the
run by
Philharmonic?
like its own private foundation. It was like this amalgam between the Plaza Live people, like an event venue, and the Philharmonic. That was their job. They ended up applying for a tourist tax development grant with the city. So the city got $10 million to buy the building from the foundation.
Okay.
And then the money will also be used for renovations.
So the city will own the building?
Yeah.
Ah,
And they're going to run it.
interesting.
Run it in the sense that they're like leasing it.
So this is on Bumby, if you're not familiar. It's off West Colonial in Bumby.
It has a
East
big-
Colonial, I'm sorry.
It's like a UFO looking sign across from Beefy King.
Lots of cool bands play there. They're not somebody that could fill the Amway, but somebody who's bigger than Will's Pub would
which
play
we don't
there.
have a lot of
We
that
don't.
size of venues.
And this was, from what I gather, this was Orlando's first multiplex movie theater.
Oh, I didn't know
back
that.
in like the 60s, yeah. Because
It's got some
it's all an old
history.
movie theater.
I don't like, hopefully in the renovations they'll get some real chairs.
Yeah, they got some folding
foldable,
chairs.
like crazy. That's all I think of when I have to go there for an
Well,
event.
but the thing is, they got to take them out and put them in, right? You want better chairs, though.
yeah, just put in better chairs.
Okay.
Why do you have to take them out at all?
Well, because there's some bands that you don't want to sit down.
then do it like Hard Rock Live, and then it's like half is like stationary, the rest isn't.
Okay,
know what I
I
mean?
guess so. But
I
what
don't
if
want
it's a
that.
big enough show where you want like people standing?
Then get nicer ones.
All right,
I
nicer
want
chairs.
lazy boys.
Brendan wants lazy boys.
Lazy chair. This makes me sound so old.
Yeah.
I want one with a cushion on it.
Huh. I mean,
And a back rubber.
this might not have anything to do with it, but I know that building has had some issues in the past because that's where Christina Grimmie was murdered.
Yes.
She was on The
Same night as
Voice,
Pulse.
or was she on the American Idol? I don't remember.
I want to say the voice.
No, it was 2 nights before Paul. It was 2 days before
Oh.
Pulse. So it was that Friday, I think, she was killed, and then 2 days
Crazy.
later, or maybe a day and a half, was Pulse.
Yeah.
And there was some lawsuits there too, and I think they've settled some of that.
Oh, I'm sure, and that's what insurance is for.
There
That's
was
not
some
coming out of the
liability.
pot.
There was some people suing for liability, but I
yeah.
think they've settled all that. And I don't know if this has anything to do with that. I just
don't
want to
think
throw
so.
that out. That's been part of the history of that building.
I don't. I think it's just the cost of operating a giant building is not what those organizations want to do. So, like leasing it from the city is what they want, and that's what those tourist tax dollars are for. Anyway, if they're doing higher profile shows, they've obviously proven to the county that they're drawing tourists downtown. That's cool.
So once again, the city owns it, but are they going to run it, or they just own it?
They're leasing it
Leasing
to
it.
them for $1 a month,
All right.
which I don't like those deals.
No,
And I've repeatedly asked the city, what does it take to get that deal?
you want
Who
that
are the-
deal.
You know what? Maybe I do. Because if I can prove, that's not why I necessarily want to know. They should have rules. Those should be listed somewhere. Like, you can't just make up whoever you want to give a venue to for $1 a
I agree.
year.
I mean, there should be some sort of parameters to it.
Yeah, and
I don't know
wanna
if I would
see
give
them.
Brendan O'Connor the $1 a year.
No, probably not. But,
but
let's at least
you should at
see
least
what it
know
is.
how one could get that.
It should be codified. It should be in a code. Like, this is what you have to meet to get it. Because there are a lot of really cool organizations that could use it. And
Yeah.
maybe are a little bit more fiscally responsible than some of the other people I see getting $1 a year deals.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
with
so
you
good.
on it.
You're so good. You make the same face
No.
as always when you're like, I'm not going to touch on that.
No, I agree that you should at least know how that deal is constructed
Yeah.
and how one could maybe get it. I'm not saying I'm against them, but I do believe that everybody should know how somebody else can get it.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I want to know.
All right.
So I can tell everybody how to get it. That's why they're not telling me. And the real estate division is notorious for not getting back. Like, they don't tell you nothing
To you,
to anyone.
anyone.
Yeah, because we're trying. They have that Victorian house under the 408, right?
You want to get it for $1?
At one point, I did.
Maybe you should offer him $2.
When I used to work for the Urban Think Foundation, we were running Urban Rethink. We could have used a spot, right? But they didn't get it. But now you're seeing people like Starter Studio and UCF getting like basically handouts to run a co-working space downtown when there's tons of other private co-working spaces that aren't getting any assistance from the city.
Yeah.
But that's not codified about why they get that cash. Oh, I'm getting sassy.
Oh, yeah, you
Oh,
are.
I'll take it back.
There's a lot of co-working spaces that have been open lately. Have you noticed this?
That have been opening?
Yeah.
And now they're not even telling people. They just open up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one in the Angebuilt that's opening or sort of expanding there. And they've
Right.
some of the tenants there have sort of left over time because of it. And
Novel Lucerne just
Yeah,
opened
I
up
just don't-
downtown?
I
Or
just-
Novel? No,
that's
Novel
the
Co-working.
place that's in the Angebuilt, Novel.
Novel, okay.
And there's another one off by the where it's by like the U roll, the U sushi roll. It's by Jimmy Hula's.
X.
Yeah.
Something X. I
Are there
can't remember.
this many people that need office space?
I don't think any of them are full, right?
Okay.
I've been working out of Credo Conduit for like 2 years. Not full.
No.
By any means. I'd probably say 40% capacity.
And I get it. I've done
Yeah.
that life before where
Yeah.
you got to go somewhere, and I understand it.
Starter Studio, I have a desk there. Never full. I'm rarely
You're
there.
just everywhere.
Yeah. Well, if I have to do something at the City Hall and I don't want to squat at Four Rivers, it's nice to have a desk to go to. Anyway. La Boulangerie.
Ooh.
It's a new French restaurant opening
Say it
up.
again.
La Boulangerie.
You sound like something going on in a Disney movie.
Boulangerie. It's a French restaurant opening up in Modera Central. On the corner of
right next to the
Roslyn.
Dollar Tree. Dollar
Right next
General.
to it, which
Dollar
we're
Store.
also going to talk about.
Okay, let's talk about the French place
Okay,
first.
well, we can talk about both.
I saw the photos of this French place. It looks great.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looks like they're really going to make it a
those
cool
were
spot.
renderings. I don't think they're real, but someone just said they're close openings. But I don't think that's true.
I thought they weren't open until 2020, you wrote.
That's what I was told, so there's a little bit of confusion.
Well, we'll see when they open.
Beautiful. It's going to be breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then at night they will transition to just dinner.
A disco?
Dinner.
Oh, I thought you said a disco. I'd rather it be a disco.
You know who does disco? Robinson Room. They have
Really?
a disco night.
We should do a disco
Yeah,
night.
yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be fun.
I would go there.
We should do. I've been thinking about doing a themed Wally's bingo night, like a certain kind of music, like disco or punk rock or something.
And then people come in costume?
Yeah.
We have 3
If
coming
only I
up.
hosted a bingo somewhere where I could do this.
And it's Halloween night.
Maybe is
Month.
it Halloween night?
Halloween month.
Oh, all right. Maybe the one before Halloween we'd make it spooky or something like
Maybe
that.
we should eat.
All-
Well, okay, that's the 28th.
All Halloween themed.
Let's do it.
How many times can I play the Monster
many-
Mash in 2 hours?
The Monster Mash. You dropped. So how are we doing on? Okay,
We're good.
Well, no, we're not.
You don't worry about time. You just talk. You just talk your pretty face off, Brendan.
Thanks, John. DGX. It's a Dollar General that's opening also in Modera.
Just because you had an X to it doesn't make it cool.
I think it does.
Okay.
So I'm one of the people that thinks, yes, heck yes, that is awesome. Keep that coming. It's a retail concept by Dollar General where it's like more upper scale. It's
$2.
$5. They signed a lease. It's an experimental concept for them, but they're going to start rolling it across the country. They're already in Nashville and like something else. I want to say Portland.
So what can I get there that I can't get at Publix?
It's like, well, nothing, but there's no real. It's meant for downtown urban spaces.
All right. I need
new for them. They don't specialize in urban concepts.
I need a closet organizer.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No, it's gonna be like
A
groceries.
shoe tree.
No, it's like sundries. Like you need a fancy toothbrush, or if you need cleaning supplies, grab and go food, or like basic like onions or bananas.
Okay. I'm already at Publix for all these. I can get all those things at Publix.
Right, but you live in a suburb
There's a Publix down the street.
down the way.
2 blocks.
If you're in New York,
I
not
know.
2 blocks.
I'm not. What are you? 3 blocks.
No, that's like a mile
No, it's not.
from downtown proper. Yeah.
What are you talking about? There's a Publix downtown across the street from Lake Eola.
Yeah, that's South Eola. If you're just servicing downtown high-rise living people, there's no grocer there. If people need to get
Wait,
something last
Modero
minute
is
to cook
right
with,
across the street from the library.
yes, but it's not just servicing Modera. It's going to serve the people who are like at 55 West.
Yeah.
Right? Where
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm just saying
You get me?
that Dollar General is not going to be a mile from that Publix. That is not a mile.
I don't know how.
All right. Anyway, it's not even a kilometer. It's
closer
barely a
to
kilometer.
downtown. Which, people want 5-minute, 10-minute walks.
All right.
If you need
All right.
to get
I'm not
something,
saying they can't have competition.
Nobody's gonna. They're not walking all the way. Maybe some people are walking all the way to Publix, but they don't want to.
Okay.
Right?
I'll give you that.
They don't want to. And so when you're in a bigger city like New York, right? They have bodegas on almost every block.
True.
And that's what they want. And so this is like a corporate bodega.
Okay.
Which they're careful to say, because if you say bodega, people get upset.
That's what they're called in New York.
Yeah, in New York.
Okay, I can't.
It's different.
Different.
It's different.
Convenience store. You know
Yeah.
what I called it in Michigan?
What?
Party store.
Party.
They're all called the party store.
What, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. We had a general store.
Party store is like the liquor store, basically.
We used to have to bike as kids. It took us probably 40 minutes to bike to the closest general store.
Wow.
Yeah. Spend all the quarters we found in the couch.
It's a long time.
This will be that. It'll be that.
When's
The
this
problem
supposed to
is,
open?
John, they don't know. They didn't say anything, and they're not telling anybody because they're Dollar General. But it's interesting because this is one of the pricier apartment buildings in town that just opened up,
Yeah.
and they're putting in a Dollar General retail concept.
I mean, they have the money to do that and take the risk on it. This is the big thing, really.
Yeah.
If you're a global company, or at least national, I don't know if they're global, but if you're a national company, you can say, you know what, let's test this concept. Orlando is a lot cheaper than New York City to test it in.
Yeah.
And if we fail here, not a huge deal. I mean, yeah, we might lose
I
some
like
money.
seeing that. I like seeing these people test these concepts downtown, like the
Taco
Taco Bell
Bell.
Cantina.
Yeah.
just up the
Oh,
street.
You know what? You can say all you want about Taco Bell. And I say these things about Dollar General. They'll probably do fine. But, like, even the Taco Bell, it's going to kill it. I don't care what
gonna kill
anybody
it.
says.
gonna
Because sometimes you just want a Crunchwrap Supreme at 2:30 in the morning.
But these aren't normal. It's the food's a little different. It's not
Oh,
normal Taco
well,
Bell.
All right.
But I'm sure
I could tell if I ate it, it's Taco Bell.
it's going to be, yeah.
Right? If I put a blindfold on, I know I'm eating Taco Bell.
But that, like, when you look at what's going to be comparable to that, like, where do people go downtown for that cheap taco fix? It's like Gringo's
Yeah,
Tacos
and they're
for cheap.
great. Don't get me wrong, and they'll do fine. All those
But it's
places will
the
do
same
fine.
menu. They gotta step it up.
But
They're going to
sometimes-
hit the hardest.
But sometimes, I don't know. I think they have a pretty dedicated following.
I do too. But when you got in the face of a place that's also serving liquor,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be bigger and fancier with functioning AC. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
It'll be
No,
tougher.
I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
but I also think, and I've said this before about working downtown. I used to work downtown, and sometimes you really just want something really quick. That's like $3 because
Yeah.
that's all you want to pay.
That's
right
also
then.
where DGX comes in. 'cause
Yeah.
they're doing
No,
that.
I agree.
And where
I
else are
agree.
you going to go for that? 7-Eleven?
No, you're right. No,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
I don't want that in my body.
No.
No. Making Strides Against Breast Cancer is having their walk on October 26th. This is the largest walk in the nation.
That's great.
Go check it out. 7 a.m. is when registration opens
That's
at Lake
early.
Eola. But like the walk starts at 9.
I know,
But
yeah.
like, why do you need to register at 7?
Well, they got that many
It's a-
people. I'm sure they
I
need
guess.
time to register everybody.
Not enough volunteers. But if you hate walking, and you still want to raise money, you could drink. You can
Oh.
drink at Mathers, the Robinson, or Wellborn. Get a drink called the Mood Indigo. And they'll
Ooh.
donate money from each cocktail to the fundraiser all month.
Nice.
Yeah, so you have until my birthday, Halloween, to drink as much as you want.
My birthday's this month too. Mine's Saturday.
Which also happens to be
Wayne Brady Day. Guy stole my day.
Yeah, screw that guy.
God, he doesn't even live here. I
No.
live here.
And Pride.
Yeah, well, my birthday.
It's two worlds there that you're straddling,
True.
John.
True.
Um,
A lot of straddling
Straddling.
going on Saturday, probably.
hopefully. Are you going?
No, I'm going to be out of town.
Boo.
Sorry.
I'm going.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be so much fun.
I hear.
I'm going to be on the iHeart float.
How'd you score that?
I asked.
You're like, I do a show for you guys. They're like, when? They're like, no, it's on right now. They're like, we don't know. Like, are you on the Jim Colbert show?
I sent Brian back a little message, just like, hey, handsome. And he asked Sandra Ray, and they're gonna squeeze me in there, so that'll be fun. Wayne Brady is they called it Wayne Brady Day. Officially, the mayor did it because he's performing that night at.
And he grew up here. He went to Dr. Phillips High School. Obviously, he's been on Whose Line Is It Anyway? He's what's the game show he does? I can't think of the name of it.
Buy me time.
It's where you guess the doors and I don't sit at home during the day and watch daytime TV, so I can't think of the name of it.
I didn't write it down.
Somebody tweet us at us. We'll figure it out. It's a remake of another show from like the 60s and 70s.
We'll see if
we'll remember it when we get back. But yeah, he's performing at the Dr. Phillips Center, so there's probably still tickets left too.
Cheer me on if you see me on a float. I'm gonna be covered head to toe in macrame.
Have a drink in my honor.
Because I can't drink right now.
No, I'll have a drink in my honor.
Trying to not be fat and ugly. Let's take a break. We'll come back after that, and we'll tell you all about Mennella getting all big and fancy.
I saw the renderings.
Yeah, it looks crazy.
Yeah, it does. We'll talk about it.
Orange County Library System wants to make sure you know about these 3 things. Dr. Beatriz Reyes Foster will be at our Alafaya branch on October 12th. Her talk on Dia de los Muertos will help dispel some of the myths about the Mexican Day of Remembrance. The Melrose Center at Orlando Public Library invites your family to Techno-Ween on October 13th. An appearance by the Tourist City Ghostbusters, horror movie trivia, a children's costume contest, and more. Our South Trail branch will host vegan mac and cheese on October 17th. Learn how to make this classic dish using butternut squash. Supplies are limited, so registration is required for this class. Learn about these 3 things and much more at ocls.info or call 407-835-7323. That's ocls.info or 407-835-7323. Orange County Library System is your place to learn, grow, connect.
Welcome back to Bungalower on the Bus. I am the bus, John Bustegger.
And I'm the vanilla ice cream melting over your pumpkin bread pudding, Brendan O'Connor from Bungalower.com.
That is the sexiest thing you've ever said.
You like that?
I love that.
Settle down.
Yeah.
Or don't. What are we going to do? I don't know.
We talk about all things Orlando, specifically the bungalow neighborhoods around downtown Orlando.
And Winter Park, because, nobody else is talking about them, so we might as well, too.
That's true. And we're actually in Winter Park right now. We're at Deadly Sins.
Deadly Sins.
And we're having some dinner, having some beers.
They have a wheel on the wall that you can spin and find out which sin is yours. I don't think it's really spinnable, but
they got a new menu. We tried a bunch of things. Some
Indian
pretzels,
butternut chicken flatbread, which was the bomb.
We had some cookies. We had some dessert. We had some charcuterie.
Yeah. And then again, that pumpkin bread pudding with ice cream. Man, like decadent.
Yeah, it's very good.
Our friends are shutting down. It was so good.
Yeah.
What were we talking about before the break? It was super
we were talking about Wayne Brady a little bit.
Oh, it's Wayne Brady Day.
Yeah.
We gave out tickets for like half the audience for that at bingo.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Come play bingo with us at Wally's.
And you'll be able to go to events that we're talking about.
Yes.
Mennella Museum has chosen their architects to build their new building.
Brendan and Bustegger Associates.
I think it would look comparable to what they chose.
Probably not. It would look like a combination of Legos and Lincoln Logs put together. Here you go. It's so modern yet like so rustic.
That's funny. And it's going to look beautiful.
I saw the renderings.
I think it's really gorgeous.
So are they going to tear down what they have and
Apparently that's staying, and this is just going to be a new annex almost.
What are they going to put in there?
I had originally been told it was away from their campus where they are now, like on a totally different property. But when you look at the renderings, it looks like it's basically where the sculpture garden is.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar, Mennella Museum is by Lock Haven Park, right off of Princeton and
by that
Mills.
giant old oak tree on Princeton.
Yeah, it's where they do kind of near the Fringe Festival. They do the Folk Festival over there.
That we hosted last year.
We did. I'm hosting this year, Brendan.
I'm not.
We don't need you. I might be the only one.
Oh, Jetty will be there.
She doesn't live here anymore.
Yeah, but like that doesn't stop her.
That's true.
You give that girl a stage, she'll show up. It's a $20 million expansion to their Lake Formosa campus.
Do they have that much, or are they raising
They're
money?
going to have to do a capital campaign.
All right.
And it's going to be done by Brooks and Scarpa and KMF. KMF is local. It's a 40,000 square foot expansion, and it's so fancy. If you want to see what we're talking about, just go on over to bungalower.com.
So what are they gonna,
actually, it's on our Instagram too.
Back to what I asked, like, what are they going to put in there that they aren't displaying
Just
now?
More. Oh, they have a big collection.
Oh, do they?
But they can't display it because the current one is like it could fit in your pocket.
It's a small museum.
Yeah,
it's a great museum, but it's a small
Pocket
museum.
It's so small. There's like 2 little tiny rooms. But this is going to be gorgeous. Check it out. And actually, speaking about renderings, I did a Facebook Live from the History Center, and I walked around their Accidental Historian exhibit.
I haven't been yet.
So cool.
I hear.
I'm a little mad we're not in it, but whatever. It's great to see a lot of our friends highlighted.
Yeah.
But then I went upstairs because they're exhibiting the designs for the potential designs for the Pulse Memorial and Museum. Did we talk about this last week?
No, a little bit we did, but
Okay.
I've seen kind of some of the renderings. Some of them look really cool.
We have them all on bungalower.com along with videos that explain like the architect vision behind what they
Some
came up
of them
with.
really stick out.
They do. But you know what? It's funny. So I went there thinking one thing because there's this one design that looks almost like the Polytechnic University
Yes.
off I-4. And I liked that. I liked the impact it made. It was cool. We don't have anything like that in Orlando.
No.
But when I showed up, all of the city people were there.
Oh, they're like, oh gosh,
Checking
here's
it out.
Brendan.
They loved it. They loved it. I was there. Matt, my boss, was there. Matt Broffman. And their impact, what they said was, we don't want a building that looks like it could be in another city. We need a building that when you see it in photos and anything else, you're like, there's nothing else like that. That's Orlando.
I can see that.
Yes, I like that. But when you hear about the things that they're looking at, John, they're looking at this one that's like a cubist torch, which before I got there was my least favorite design. And then hearing them talk about it, I'm like, I see why you would want this, but now we're going to get left with something that looks like it was made out of Legos and Duplo. Like, it's just very...
I mean, I get that idea that you want to have something that is uniquely your city.
That's the city agenda, right? But I'll tell you, there were so many people there and leaving their comments, and you only have until the 10th, which is that's today. That's why it was busy. So you missed it Thursday. You can't even go online to do it anymore. Oh no, I think you can do it online for another week, maybe. We'll have to check that out. Fact check.
How many different renderings or possibilities
6.
are there? Okay.
There's 6. And I did video of all. They have like the models too, which are beautiful, very high tech. So I might be sharing more of those on Instagram. I just did one today. But it's interesting when you give, in the context of itself and in Soto, it'll be life-changing. Not life-changing. It will change the aesthetics of that district.
Yes.
Because they're building a tower from which you will be able to see the memorial.
Okay,
Because
so
they're
if
two
you get
different
up on
properties.
top, you'll be able to see.
Yeah. But you'll also be able to see it from probably all over the city.
Yes. Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
At least the
I mean,
southeast
you'll be able to
segment.
see what they're talking about because
And
it's several
definitely from
stories.
I-4, right? It'll be right
Because it's right next to it. I mean,
Right
it's
there.
it's the, so where they're planning to build this site. It's kind of off Cayley, Michigan, over in that area, closer to
in an old meat market
I-4.
butcher warehouse.
Yeah.
But then also when you couple that with things like these really cool high-profile projects like Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center, the new plaza, the new Mennella, right? The ballet building. It's cool
It's like
to
a lot of
see
big stuff.
Big cityscape changing projects. And it's exciting. I just hope we get something that pushes the narrative. And so like outside of me feeling weird about the foundation, which I've talked about I feel like every single episode.
I feel like the one thing that, and I haven't kept up on every twist and turn when it comes to the memorial and the museum, but with the museum, what exactly are they going to display?
It's like a national like diversity. Like it'll be like a national LGBTQ plus diversity museum.
Okay, so it's not specifically. It's not going to be like a. That's not the memorial. It's not a memorial. Obviously,
No.
there'll be things.
So the
in there
memorial
from
itself
Pulse.
will be where the nightclub
Is the memorial.
But then the museum will yes also have like artifacts is what
Yes.
they're calling the pieces.
But it's going to be a broader picture of
Yes.
LGBTQ
Yeah.
or just. Okay, all right,
Yes,
all right.
because then we're also getting the Holocaust Museum, where
Holocaust
the chamber.
Center. I don't know if it's a museum.
It's a museum.
I mean, there's probably some pieces there. It's not like the
No,
one
it's
in
a
DC.
museum. It's a museum.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Right?
I think there's parts to it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Other
they have a lot of
things,
things too. They have a lot of
educational
They have a lot of
exhibits
things too.
and- That's a museum. I can say that.
All
Center?
right. No. I mean, it is, but I don't think it's like the one. Like
I
this
wish I
one-
could ask Siri
But
right now.
but this one, I think the I keep calling it the Pulse Museum just because I think it's easiest way to describe it right now. That one to me sounds like at least the goal is to be a national museum on it.
Yes, and so and that is that's the spoonful of sugar for me, because regardless of how I might feel about the foundation and the intention behind it, hearing that we could have a national diversity museum in Orlando, like if you could think about all the other cities that would be more likely to go to, that's really cool.
Yeah,
And
no, I
especially
agree
if it's
on that.
Housed in like an award-winning architectural gem.
I just hope if they do it, and I think they will, but I hope they do it right. And I just mean by doing it like having big vision on it. Like if you're gonna make a museum and make it a quote unquote national museum, you need to make it so people from all over the nation and maybe the globe will come to it, like as an actual trip.
They kind of proven just with the memorial that they're getting the numbers. Like the numbers they're getting just the memorial,
But that's
are probably more significant than what like the history center is
True.
getting.
Oh, true.
Right?
True. But that was also a national site of a national tragedy that people saw
so they're
all over the
halfway
news.
there. Now you just need to come up with the programming that supports whatever
Yeah.
hullabaloo you're trying to tout.
Like I said, how do you create a national museum? Because
bring in a
we can talk
curator.
about this all day long, but I'm not sure Orlando has a national museum that attracts anything right now.
No, but that's the programming and the place that it is.
and what's on display.
Yeah.
I mean, and artifacts, and you're right, programming.
So that's they'll hire someone to do that. They'll get a consultant.
But I think that takes money, and this is where I go back to.
Apparently,
money.
they're not afraid of money.
Okay.
They're not afraid, and it's an engine, which we've already seen the amount of money that this can bring in.
And it's not just the money of the building; it's the money of running the building too.
Yeah, I don't think they're afraid.
Good.
Like you're looking at a board that has like Lance Bass on it. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, all right. I mean,
But it's a
nothing
board
wrong
of, like,
with
100
Lance Bass. I
people
mean,
or
he's not.
something.
He's not the king of the world.
No, but he's like an
True.
A-list celebrity, I would say. Yeah.
B plus.
B
maybe.
plus. So, the gay mafia will make sure that it does well.
Yeah, no, and
Yeah.
I hope it does. I mean,
Yeah.
I really hope it does. Because, I mean, we'll just talk about this for one more minute, Brendan. When you think of regional museums, I mean, the Atlanta Aquarium, and I'm not comparing the two, but I'm saying if you're going to go on vacation and go somewhere, and we already have that here, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
You already got people that are here.
It's not an entertainment museum.
No.
This isn't. This is a. It's
Okay, then I'll say
educational,
I'll say the
public speakers like doing the circuit. It's
but the
gonna be
museum
like,
that just opened in Montgomery, Alabama, which is the museum that's dedicated to the men and women who were lynched during Jim Crow. I mean, that is a national museum that people will go out of their way to go to Montgomery, Alabama, which I used to live in Alabama. There ain't much in Montgomery, Alabama.
It's going to be comparable, and then
But
this is
people will go
also
there.
and this is in a city that people are already going to.
And that's what I hope they do. I hope they just don't say, let's make a museum, and then you're like, all right, it's pretty, it's great,
No.
we cut the ribbon.
Some of the stronger pitches from those architects include, they're calling it the Pulse District, and the way that they're looking at the way the cityscape around it interacts, so that you're already getting a narrative of like diversity by driving underneath like rainbow trees and like the plantings. So you've already entered an area that you know is significant.
Yeah.
and they're looking at doing that. And the city wants connectors. It's right near the Sunrail line, Amtrak. Like they're looking at that.
Good.
It's gonna. It could potentially. While I like groan when I hear Pulse District,
I know.
It's smart. You need to look at the impact that's going to have.
Because one last thing, I think of the Dolly Museum in Tampa or in St. Pete. Like that is a national museum that people from all over the country, when they're in St. Pete, they're like, "Oh, I got to go to the Dolly Museum."
We drive there for shows. The Yayoi Kusama show that was just there. We
drove
there all the way there.
I was there about a year ago. It's great. It's a great spot, but.
Our producer's belching. I just wanted to get it on the microphone.
So anyway, I hope if when they do this, that is what they think of. They think of a national/international museum that people will come to.
And that's what they want.
Good.
Who doesn't want that, right?
No, everybody does, but
Everybody
you gotta do it. You can't just say you want it.
No. And looking at those designs, I have faith that it could happen.
Don't just tell me something's world class. It has to be world class.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I hear that a lot.
Otherwise, it's like a decorated Easter egg.
I hear that all the time. World class this, world like.
Yeah, is it though?
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, we'll see. I hear you. You know what's world class?
What?
Tacos.
That's right.
Tin and Taco has opened in College Park.
In my neighborhood. I haven't gone yet.
I'm a little mad at Rob Bear. If you're listening, sir, you didn't tell me. You promised me you'd tell me.
There was a sign on the door that said they were open in September. I saw it. I should have texted you.
They said they open on Monday.
Oh, maybe they were late on the...
They're going to have a happy hour from Monday to Friday, 3 to 6
Let's go over there
PM.
and do a show. They can feed us tacos.
Going to have to wait until after this diet.
Oh, that's right.
It's like 30 days.
30 days?
Yeah, I'm on day 5. No, I'm in a week. I'm in a week now.
All right, good. Good.
Speaking of eating, you can eat on the City Hall stoop during Immerse, which is happening next week. We already told you that.
You can eat at City Hall stoop any day, right?
You could. This is part of the dinner party project. They're hosting an event. If you're into it,
you got to sit on the stoop. You don't even get a chair,
and you're going to pay $150.
You come to my house for half that. I'll feed you.
But you also get VIP access to the event.
Oh,
so maybe.
Yeah.
We
we're giving tickets away to Immersed at Wally's Bingo. So
yes,
come hang out.
Papa Llama is opening their new brick and mortar on Curry Ford. They were a pop-up shop. Did you ever imbibe their food?
I did not.
Peruvian. It's owned by Kevin and Maria Ruiz. And it's like modern Peruvian. They awesome, really cool pop-ups that they've been doing. They're still doing stuff at Red Light, and the Heavy. But they're taking over the King's Pizza space in the Crystal Plaza on Curry Ford.
I don't know where that's at.
Like the Walmart area.
All right.
Yeah. Check it out. It's going to be great. It's being designed by DAP Architecture. They did the Whippoorwill space, which is
cool.
Flippin' gorgeous.
Yeah.
TG Lee is leaning into the whole Milk District
Finally,
thing.
they've only been there 100 years.
Like, come on, guys. I don't know. Great management, though, because we're partnering with them to do milk crate furniture in the Milk District, which is so fun.
I wish they did tours there.
They're not into that.
I know, but I wish they did.
One day. They used to have a gift shop, too, or like you could actually buy the milk there or the cheese. No longer. We'll work on them. I think the new people are kind of into this whole local thing.
We've talked about this before, but have you ever seen a picture of TG Lee?
Yes.
So he's an old man. He was an old man. He's dead now, but he was an old man. The photo I've seen, and he has one of those fogged eyeglasses. Like one glass is fogged and one is regular.
We're talking about the dairy plant in the middle of the Milk District,
which probably was not it was probably like a field at one point. Now the city has grown up around it.
Where Festival Park is, used to be cow pasture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen a photo of them like hanging out behind the actual dairy.
Interesting.
Yeah. They are painting a mural, and so they hired some local artists in cooperation with the Florida dairy farmers. And they took the artist out to a dairy farm.
Oh, show the person what it's like?
Show them like, that they're not crazy and everything's okay, or at least for the day. and they sketched the cows live, and then they used those sketches for the mural.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so the actual cows in the mural are actual real cows.
Is it all done?
Almost. It'll be done this weekend.
Cool.
For sure. We just put a video of it in progress on our Instagram at Orlando Bungalower. How are we doing on... Okay. There's a new Halloween-themed bar that just opened downtown.
Yeah, finally. We've been talking about this forever. Cocktails and Screams.
And apparently we were on the press list, but I didn't get an email.
I didn't.
But
I don't
Missy
get
happened
anything.
to be there.
No, really?
The sales exec. She just walked up, said she was with Bungalower. They were like, all right, come on in.
Does that work?
I get it for her. I guess she said it with authority.
If you're listening, try that somewhere. Just go out and be like, I'm with Bungalower.
But at least send us a photo.
Yeah.
And it's the people from Joysticks, all very fancy, like horror-driven.
I need to go. I love
stuff.
horror movies.
Yeah, go check it out.
Yeah, we will.
Drinks are $10 to $15.
I'll get a beer.
Yeah. And then there's an Atlanta pop-up coming to town on October 13th.
Not an Atlanta-themed pop-up. A
No.
pop-up from Atlanta.
Yes, from Varnish and Vine. It's a cactus and home styling pop-up
I love this.
created by Shelby and Will Perry. It's super popular. The Instagram loves them. They're making their rounds all around the Southeast.
You know, when I was little, I had a pet cactus.
You're such a lonely child.
I'm just telling you. I had a name for it,
Did
too.
you pet it?
No.
What was its name?
His name was Ishmael.
Oh. There's a book called Call Me Ishmael.
Well, that's the first line of Moby Dick.
Yeah.
Anyway, pet cactus, Ishmael.
Is that why you thought of the name?
No, actually, I think there was a running back who used to play for Notre Dame. His name is Rocket Ishmael.
Rudy.
Yeah.
Rudy. You can buy
Where is this pop-up at?
Cactus Pop-Up. It's at Red Light on Sunday, October 13th, this weekend, from 4 to 6 p.m. And if you spend over $50 on cactuses, you can get a free beer. And it could be easy to do because they're selling segments of Peruvian apple cactuses, really long ones, for $15 a foot.
All right.
Which is pretty good.
Do you cut it?
They cut it.
Yeah,
but you can choose the segment and they measure it and then you can buy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like it.
No. Want to do more events?
Sure. We always kind of rush the events, so
I don't want to do that no more. We can do this.
hurry up.
It's the 4th Autumn Art Festival this weekend.
4th or 46th?
46.
There you go.
But
I heard the
wrong.
Jim Colbert show today. I listened.
You were listening
I
to make
did.
sure I talked about bingo?
Yeah. No, I missed that.
Oh, I did though.
Oh, good.
I promise.
Good. Yeah.
Or did I? It's the 46th annual Autumn Art Festival in Winter Park. It's run by the Chamber of Commerce. It's a weekend visual art festival. It takes over downtown Winter Park. You can take the train. No, you can't because
No,
it's a Saturday.
You can look at the train, maybe.
They used to get it as a special add-on day.
At the sidewalk, at the spring one they did.
But not the autumn. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's really fun. The whole Park Avenue will be shut down, full of tents, art everywhere, and it's people from like all
It's
over
a
the
good
country.
time to go too. I mean, it's so
Yeah.
nice out. It's been great out lately.
Have some well, it's been raining, but it's been nice.
I'll take the
temperature
rain. I like it.
on the face. This is something that's not happening. The Poke Bar. Did you hear about this? It was
No.
a pop-up Pokemon themed burger bar.
Really?
And it was going to come to Church Brewery.
I do kind of remember this.
Not happening.
Not happening. Was it
Apparently,
a hoax?
they had to change the name.
Oh, because you can't.
And the
They
theme.
weren't like licensed through Pokemon.
Nothing to do
Can
with
I even
the real-
say Pokemon right now?
I think we can.
Poke.
But Nintendo's a little litigious.
Oh.
So we'll be careful. Or we'll end up like the Poke Bar, which is now called Monster Burger Bar, and they'll be coming in January.
Oh, but
But I guess they might still have a Pikachu-shaped burger. All of their burgers were like, they looked like Pokemon.
okay.
And people were really waiting for this. It was
Oh,
supposed
yeah.
to happen this weekend.
People love Pokemon.
They've changed. I played that game. I got the app.
Yeah, I think everybody did for like a day, and then only the hardcore people still play it.
And it still play. Oh, yeah.
Remember, people were like walking around outside.
I did it for like 2 weeks.
And then they're like, "Whoa, let's go back inside."
Well, because there was another app where you could find the Pokemon. It was like so otherwise, you're just wandering around seeing whatever pops up. But somebody did a hack app where it just showed where they were before they disappeared.
It's like cheating.
Kind of, but you had to go there. So, like, I would like run over to Lockhaven Park because there was like a Pikachu. And I like hopped on my bike and I ran over.
You know how crazy that sounds to just say out loud?
I know, and I just did it. Now everybody stopped listening. Poke Bar will still happen. Monster Burger Bar coming up. Oh, we're running out of time. The Gay Pride Parade is happening Saturday at noon downtown. Orlando Flea is at Ace Cafe. 60 handmade vintage and local vendors take over the Ace Cafe from noon to 4 p.m. Also Saturday, there's a Pride After Party with Ginger Minch, Ross Matthews, and Ariel Versace taking place at Parliament House. The Cactus Pop-Up on Sunday at Red Light. And then Mayhem on Mills is back on Sunday with a Halloween-themed wrestling event. But they're also back at Will's Pub. They're not inside anymore, so you can watch them from the street again.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and that's it. We're out of time.
Thank you so much to Deadly Sins Brewery for having us and letting us hang out and have some amazing food.
Yeah,
come check out their new menu. Come and check out their beers. If you don't know where this is at, it's kind of off Minnesota and Fairbanks.
On Jackson
Street.
in Winter Park. An unassuming older warehouse.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Cool spot. And also, come play bingo on Monday. We want you to see you at bingo.
But
at
not
Wally's.
you, not you, Becky.
Or Sherry.
Or Sherry. Stay home, Sherry.
Yeah.
She didn't know how to play
drunk.
bingo.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.